The movie starts by showing a bunch of folks having a blast at a fancy hotel in the Alps in Italy. Suddenly, a helicopter comes towards the hotel. At the same time, a lady spy from MI6 named Yang tells her partner, Stone, that their target has shown up at the hotel. Stone works with technology and tries to break into the security system. This is so Yang and another guy called Parker, who's already in the hotel, can do their spy stuff. They're like action agents. They confirm their target, a guy who sells weapons named Mulvaney. But out of the blue, the internet in that place gets cut off. Stone can't use the internet now, so she tells her partner, Bailey, that she needs to get into user accounts on the network. Bailey says the big boss of security is inside the hotel. Stone says she can hack into his phone if she's within 3 meters of it. When Parker hears that, he's like, Stone isn't an action agent, and says she should chill in the van. But Bailey says Stone can totally pull it off. This makes Stone feel confident about what she has to do. Right then, Mulvaney walks into the hotel with his bodyguards right beside him. Yang and Parker slyly tail behind, trying not to be noticed, but they hit a roadblock when Mulvaney goes into a room only fancy guests can enter. Now here comes Stone, stepping into the hotel. Parker's got a plan. He tells her to act like she's playing blackjack, so she can get close to the head of security. Stone gets near enough, and Bailey dials up the security guy's phone, giving Stone a chance to hack it. She succeeds, but things get hairy when the security guy gets suspicious. He spots Stone using her phone under the blackjack table. Parker's quick on his feet. He warns Stone to scram from there, and Stone pulls a fast one on the security guy. She says she's searching for blackjack tutorials online because she's playing the game for the first time. The security guy buys it. Stone's free to carry on. Now Stone does her thing. She sets up Parker and Yang to sneak into the high-stakes gambling area where Mulvaney is. They find out something jaw-dropping. Mulvaney and his crew are placing bets on a military operation led by the United States Navy SEALs. Stone observed that whoever organized the betting event had managed to break through the military's robust encryption, and she pondered who could have the expertise for that. Then, an individual advanced toward Mulvaney, aiming to inject something into his neck to trigger a heart attack. However, one of Mulvaney's guards became aware of this and promptly intervened. Yang acted swiftly, injecting the guard instead, leading to a scuffle. The situation grew chaotic as Mulvaney commanded his guards to eliminate Yang. Simultaneously, people fled the scene to ensure their safety. In the midst of the turmoil, Parker received orders to pursue Mulvaney, who had managed to escape. Meanwhile, Stone took on the task of dealing with the remaining guards. Following Stone's directives, Parker successfully apprehended Mulvaney and swiftly made their way down using a cable car, with Bailey en route for their extraction. Unexpectedly, their communication device emitted a disconcerting buzzing sound, and a young girl's voice greeted them, indicating that she had successfully hacked into their communication system. While over at the bar, Stone spotted a girl watching her. However, when Yang showed up to usher Stone away, the girl mysteriously vanished. As Mulvaney's security crew started showing up, Yang and Stone hurried to assist Parker. Unfortunately, Stone stumbled, injuring her ankle. She urged Yang and Bailey to go on ahead while assuring them she'd catch up. Turns out, Stone was playing possum. She reached out to a guy named Jack and used her code name, Nine of Hearts. It became clear that Stone was actually working for the Charter, a covert organization focused on maintaining peace. Stone briefed Jack, asking him to analyze the situation. Jack's intel revealed that Mulvaney's security crew would arrive at the cable car station before Yang and Bailey, putting Parker in danger. Upon hearing this, Stone didn't waste time. She deployed a parachute to descend quickly. In the meantime, Jack alerted her that Mulvaney's security team had indeed reached the cable car station. Inside the cable car, Parker got caught off guard by a display of dazzling fireworks. Seizing the opportunity, Mulvaney used the distraction to launch an attack on Parker. When Parker and Mulvaney duke it out in the cable car, Bailey and Yang hit a roadblock courtesy of a snow removal vehicle. Bailey decides to take charge and steers his van off-road to pass the obstruction. In the meantime, Stone's parachute ends up snagged on the cable, causing her to drop unexpectedly. Fortunately, she survives the fall. Swift thinking leads her to commandeer a motorcycle. She races to the cable car station, where Mulvaney's crew has positioned a top-notch sniper, well known for his lethal accuracy, to target Parker, who's still grappling with Mulvaney in the cable car. Simultaneously, Bailey manages to get his van back on track. He trails behind Stone, who's pushing her motorcycle to the limit in a frantic effort to reach Parker before the sniper takes him down. Amidst all this, Jack stresses to Stone the importance of maintaining her undercover status. It turns out the charter went to great lengths to insert Stone into MI6. Stone makes a sharp right, opting for a shortcut that gets her to the station just in the nick of time to thwart the sniper's shot aimed at Parker. With guidance from Jack, Stone systematically eliminates Mulvaney's entire security team, all the while confirming the survival of both Parker and Mulvaney. Following this, Jack advises Stone to conceal the bodies and make a swift getaway to evade MI6 detection. Not long after, Bailey and Young reach the cable car station, but to their surprise, there's no trace of any of Mulvaney's security personnel, only an abandoned vehicle left behind. As Parker and Bailey prepare to transport Mulvaney to their car, an unexpected turn occurs. Mulvaney starts foaming at the mouth, a telltale sign that he ingested cyanide. They place Mulvaney down to assess the situation, only to discover that he has passed away. Back in London, Parker and his crew faced a stern dressing down from their higher-ups due to the mission's failure. They were later informed about a young girl who successfully cracked even the most secure national military encryptions, including their own. Consequently, MI6 assigned a different team to track down this girl. As punishment for their mission mishap, Parker and his crew were relegated to administrative tasks. During an evening of drinks at the bar, Bailey brought up the Charter, an organization that they mostly believed to be just a rumor. He speculated that the girl who breached the military encryption might be linked to the Charter. Bailey went on to explain that the Charter was a clandestine group formed to uphold global peace. However, Young interjected, pointing out that if the Charter truly worked for the betterment and tranquility of the world, they shouldn't have interfered with their mission to apprehend Mulvaney. Stone tunes in only when her colleagues chat about the Charter, an idea they mostly dismiss as a fairy tale. Unbeknownst to them, the Charter is indeed real, and Stone is an integral part of it. Pretending to bid her coworkers farewell to get some rest, Stone instead heads home, and there she reviews the CCTV footage from the hotel. She's on the lookout for the hacker girl she had noticed at the bar. Next day, Parker seeks Stone out, asking for any insights she might have gathered regarding the hacker girl. Stone, however, just shares that the girl is a newbie to hacking, so she couldn't gather much information. Parker suggests they grab lunch to delve into the topic further, but Stone swiftly turns down the offer, citing a prior lunch engagement. In truth, Stone heads to the Charter's headquarters, specifically the Hearts team headquarters. Here she meets with Jack and Nomad, the leader of the Hearts team. Nomad doesn't hold back in critiquing Stone's actions during the Italy mission. Jack then provides Stone with intel about the hacker girl, identified as Kia, who hails from India. Kia, now 22 years old, grew up an orphan and found care and mentorship under Karch, a wealthy pharmaceutical investor in India. Karch has a penchant for teaching tech skills to disadvantaged youngsters. However, Kia eventually left Karch's care, seemingly vanishing without a trace. According to Nomad's explanation, the Charter suspects that Kia is the mastermind behind the creation of the bloody casino. This assumption is fueled by the idea that she deliberately provoked Mulvaney, well aware of his gambling inclinations. Jack goes on to reveal that Mulvaney is fixated on a cutting-edge quantum computer known as the Heart. This remarkable machine has the power to hack into virtually anything, anywhere. It serves as the central core of the Charter's AI system, guiding their operations. Using the Heart, Jack can effectively trace Kia's movements. He informs Stone that Kia is currently en route to the grand opening event of the Morris Club in Lisbon. Stone's intuition raises a red flag. She comes to realize that Kia purposefully chose to hack their communications up in the mountains and even revealed herself to Stone, as though she was already aware of Stone's Charter affiliation. Nevertheless, Nomad tasks Stone with apprehending Kia, while emphasizing the importance of maintaining her cover within MI6. Nomad maintains a close watch over Stone's activities, particularly when she's with her MI6 team. The rule against forming personal attachments is reiterated by Nomad, who underscores that their work as charter agents takes precedence. Stone, however, contends that her relationships with her colleagues are part of her ruse, and she's fully in control. Upon returning home, Stone reaches out to Kia via message. However, Kia quickly goes offline after Stone inquires about her intentions. Just then, Bailey calls Stone, informing her that they're headed to Lisbon to capture Kia. He instructs Stone to prepare immediately, as they'll be departing for Lisbon early the next morning. Upon reaching Lisbon, the team settled into a motel and decided to unwind a bit before the upcoming mission. However, their relaxation was abruptly shattered when a smoke bomb was tossed into their room, causing Parker to collapse unconscious. Simultaneously, a squad of mercenaries under the leadership of a man known as the Blonde launched an ambush, firing shots that forced them to scramble for cover. Bailey took on the responsibility of safeguarding Parker from further harm, while Yang engaged in a fierce struggle to shield Stone. In the midst of chaos, Jack guided Stone towards an escape through the window. Nevertheless, Stone chose to prioritize the safety of the MI6 team. Jack attempted to caution her, emphasizing her mission to capture Kia, not to rescue the MI6 agents. However, Stone opted to sever communication with Jack. Yang and Bailey stood taken aback as they witnessed Stone reveal impressive combat skills. To their astonishment, Stone managed to overcome the mercenaries who had caught them in an ambush. Soon after, Parker regained consciousness, prompting them to flee the danger zone to avoid a looming attack. Stone took the wheel, guiding them away in a car. They quickly found themselves embroiled in a tense pursuit with the Blonde and his cohorts. Bailey and Yang were taken aback as they realized that Stone possessed not only hacking expertise, but also adept fighting and driving skills. By skillfully evading the Blonde's pursuit, they managed to shake off their pursuers. Eventually, Stone revealed her true identity as a charter agent to the MI6 team. Shockingly, Parker turned against Yang and Bailey, killing them before aiming his gun at Stone. A fierce confrontation ensued, with Stone eventually gaining the upper hand, cornering Parker. Parker then confessed to being a double agent, collaborating with Kia. They uncovered the startling revelation that the charter had infiltrated MI6. Parker's mission was to identify the mole, and he initially suspected Yang as the charter operative. Shortly thereafter, Stone sensed her hands trembling, only to learn that Parker had coated his knife's tip with poison, leaving her paralyzed. In a chilling revelation, Parker disclosed his intention to target the heart, the nucleus of the charter's AI system, orchestrating their operations. Parker had extracted crucial intel from Mulvaney, establishing the heart as an immensely potent weapon. Not only could it hack into any system globally, but it also possessed the ability to assimilate trillions of data points concurrently and even predict future events. Having disclosed that he was the one who had dispatched Mulvaney using cyanide, Parker then implanted a device into Stone's arm. This device was designed to infiltrate the charter's facility once Stone was inside. Soon after, the charter successfully traced Stone's location and swiftly transported her to Hart's team headquarters to save her life. While ensuring Stone's well-being, they discovered that their system had been breached, and someone was attempting to access their data to pinpoint the Hart's location. Jack promptly alerted Nomad about this cyber intrusion, as the charter faced the threat of losing control over their operations due to this breach. Realizing that Parker had implanted a tracking device in her arm, Stone takes decisive action and removes the embedded device meant to breach the Hart's security. She prevents Parker's attempt to hack into the Hart through her arm. Fortunately, the locker housing the Hart is situated 85,000 feet above the ground, offering a safeguard against unauthorized access. Jack confirms that the attempt to introduce a virus was thwarted in time. Stone proposes the temporary shutdown of the Hart as a precautionary measure. However, Nomad decides that a more comprehensive response is needed. Nomad instructs Jack to collaborate with another team to ensure that there are no data breaches and that the heart remains securely protected inside the locker. Expressing disappointment in Stone's actions, Nomad asserts that her disregard for the heart's security led to the deaths of Yang and Bailey. Kia managed to breach the heart's security, compounding the situation. Given Stone's failure and her inadvertent revelation of her identity as a charter agent to Parker and Kia, Nomad decides to expel Stone from the charter. The charter's leaders perceive Stone as a threat, prompting this decisive action to remove her from the organization. Stone, riding a bus homeward, receives a phone call from Kia. The call seems to be a mocking taunt, highlighting Stone's removal from the charter. Unfazed, Stone counters with a threat. She's determined to pursue Kia and avenge her fallen comrades. In another corner of the scene, Nomad confers with the charter's leaders about Parker's case. Nancy, known as the King of Diamonds, manages to dig up information on Parker's past mission in Chechnya during 2015. In that operation, Parker acted as a double agent, collaborating with MI6. The mission involved a warlord who was granted freedom by Russia and Chechnya. This warlord orchestrated mass slaughters in villages, wiping out anyone opposing him. Nancy discloses that Parker and the MI6 team found themselves ensnared by the warlord and his well-prepared military forces. Believing that Parker and his team had been executed, the charter chose to carry out an airstrike. The objective was to prevent the warlord from acquiring MI6 weaponry, deeming it too perilous. Manipulating the situation, the charter orchestrates the bombing while MI6 erases all traces of their agents linked to the mission, assuming that Parker and his team have perished. In an astonishing twist, Parker survives the ordeal and becomes consumed by a vengeful desire to exact retribution against the charter that had abandoned him. Conversely, Kia reproaches Parker for his lethal actions against Bailey and Yang, emphasizing that murder wasn't part of their original plan. Parker, however, maintains that he's driven to carry out whatever is necessary to dismantle the charter. He justifies his actions by asserting that he couldn't allow Bailey and Yang to interfere with their larger objectives. While Stone decides to visit Bailey's home, driven by her concern for Bailey's pet cat, she leverages Bailey's laptop to track Kia's movements. In a stunning revelation, Stone learns that both Kia and Parker are en route to the locker's location, propelling the situation into a new level of urgency. In a calculated move, Kia shares with Parker the precise timing required for the locker's descent to 40,000 feet and their 8-minute window to enter and steal the heart. The plan hinges on completing their mission before the charter regains control of the locker. The next day, Jack receives an alarming alert. The locker's security has been breached. This prompts the locker's rapid descent to 15,000 feet within a mere 2 minutes. Concurrently, Parker and Kia succeed in boarding the locker and forcibly opening the plane door. Upon learning of the breach, Nomad orders all available charter agents in the vicinity to thwart Parker's mission. However, she's informed that none of the agents are currently engaged in operations nearby. Shortly after, Jack provides an unexpected update to Nomad. Stone is en route to the locker and has managed to safely board the plane. Within the locker, Stone confronts Kia, who is in the midst of hacking the security system to reach the heart. Their encounter takes an unexpected turn when Parker suddenly emerges, launching an attack on Stone. Amidst the intense struggle between Stone and Parker, Kia seizes an opportunity to breach the safe door and secure the heart. As she does so, the heart's acquisition triggers an automatic shutdown of the charter's entire operational network. Having successfully secured the heart, Kia and Parker flee via a waiting helicopter. Parker triggers an explosion within the locker in a bid to eliminate Stone. However, Stone's tenacity prevails as she clings to a helicopter rope, escaping the explosion's grasp. Stone seizes Kia and deliberately severs the rope, allowing them to evade Parker's pursuit. With Parker obtaining the heart, Stone and Kia safely touch down in Senegal's desert. Kia then imparts a crucial revelation to Stone. The heart can only be unlocked through her unique biometric data. This revelation implies that the heart's security will remain intact for the foreseeable future, offering a temporary respite from its potential misuse. When they trek towards a nearby village, Kia opens up to Stone about her tragic past. Her parents were used as clinical test subjects by Charch until their untimely demise. This revelation fuels Kia's determination to avenge not only herself, but also those who've endured similar suffering. In an attempt to probe Stone's own history, Kia attempts to broach the topic, but Stone maintains her composure, urging Kia to keep moving forward. Their journey takes a turn when a local resident offers them a ride. In secret, Stone manages to attach a tracker to Kia's clothing. Stone subtly hints to Kia that the charter has the means to address individuals like Charch, presenting alternatives beyond Parker. Upon arriving at the village, Stone's instincts kick in as she senses danger. This premonition proves accurate when a mercenary suddenly takes a shot at their vehicle. The attack is soon followed by the villagers, who have been manipulated by the blonde and bribed to eliminate Stone. Offering Kia an escape route, Stone suggests they flee together, but Kia declines the proposition. Left with no other choice, Stone hastens her departure, successfully evading their pursuers by leaping into the sea. Unexpectedly, it emerges that the local woman who offered them a ride had conspired with the blonde. The woman's treachery results in her demise at the hands of the blonde, who eliminates her after Stone's escape. This shocking event prompts Kia to question the decision to align with Parker. Witnessing the woman's fate, Kia begins to doubt the path she's chosen. Meanwhile, Stone reaches the mainland and is rescued by the Six of Hearts, who subsequently transport her to Iceland. Their destination: Reykjavik, where Kia and Parker plan to activate the heart in a computer lab. Once activated, Kia employs the heart's capabilities to hack into all information pertaining to Charch's crimes. Simultaneously, Parker dispatches a subordinate to track down the charter's leaders. Parker successfully pinpoints Nancy's location, finding her in an elevator alongside her family. With a swift, ruthless decision, Parker hacks into the elevator system, intentionally causing it to plummet and killing Nancy and her family. Kia intervenes, attempting to prevent Parker's actions, but her efforts prove futile. In addition to Nancy, Parker targets Jiang-Su, the King of Clubs, who is en route with his team to ambush them. Parker's inquiries expand to encompass the other king's whereabouts. He learns from his subordinate that the King of Hearts, Nomad, is holed up in a bunker in London alongside his team. Determined to eliminate them, Parker commands his subordinates to carry out the killings, dismissing Kia's objections. She reminds Parker that their initial pact was solely to dismantle the charter and bring Charch to justice, casting a shadow over his increasing willingness to commit murder. Simultaneously, Nomad and her team come to a grim realization: Parker has successfully located their position. The entire system goes dark, and they find themselves trapped in the bunker with oxygen levels diminishing rapidly. Amidst these dire circumstances, Kia confronts Parker, attempting to halt his dangerous obsession for power and revenge, a fixation that comes at any cost, including the lives of innocent bystanders. Concurrently, Jiang-Su and his team approach the building, poised for an ambush. However, the unfolding events prove to be a trap set by Parker. Aware that Stone had covertly attached a tracker to Kia, Parker anticipates their moves. Kia discreetly informs Stone of the imminent danger, urging her to flee immediately as Parker intends to detonate explosives. Armed with this knowledge, Stone races to warn Jiang-Su and his team. Tragically, her efforts come too late, as Parker's actions result in the building's detonation before she can prevent it. In a bid to counter Parker's control over the heart, Kia intentionally disrupts the heart system, temporarily stalling Parker's access. On the other hand, Nomad endeavors to establish contact with Stone via a wireless phone, and Stone emerges from the explosion, visibly injured by its force. Informed by Stone, Nomad learns that Jiang-Su and his team have fallen victim to the trap set by Parker's calculated maneuvers. This revelation sends shockwaves through Nomad's team, already ensnared in their own perilous situation. Nomad shares with Stone the grim reality: their oxygen supply will be depleted within 50 minutes. Fueled by urgency, Stone heads towards Kia's location. Along the way, she's pursued by the blonde, a dangerous adversary. Employing resourcefulness, Stone evades the blonde's pursuit by taking refuge on the side of a passing truck. In a twist of fate, the blonde meets his demise when he loses control of his motorcycle and falls off. Aware that Kia is attempting to escape, Parker commands his men to capture her. Before long, Stone arrives at the scene, aided by a truck driver who generously provided transportation. In a display of skill and resourcefulness, Stone systematically neutralizes Parker's men. However, a critical moment unfolds as Kia is recaptured by Parker and held at gunpoint. Faced with this dire situation, Stone appears on the scene. Opting to lower her weapon, Stone confronts Parker directly. In the midst of their standoff, Stone points out Parker's insatiable obsession with power, emphasizing how this obsession has left him devoid of genuine allies. To everyone's astonishment, Kia seizes the moment and launches an unexpected attack. Using a gas hose, Kia catches Parker off guard. This move gives Stone the opening she needs to incapacitate Parker, ending his threat. The combination of Kia's daring action and Stone's strategic intervention successfully turns the tide of the confrontation. A brutal battle unfolds between Stone and Parker, with Parker ultimately managing to wound Stone in the stomach and gain the upper hand. Witnessing this, Kia intervenes to aid Stone, but is met with Parker's aggression. Undeterred, Kia swiftly retrieves a gun and tosses it to Stone, who seizes the opportunity and shoots Parker, ending his life. With Parker's demise, Stone and Kia rally to save Nomad and her team, who are perilously close to oxygen depletion within the bunker. Stone contacts Nomad, expressing immense relief upon learning that she and her team have survived. A few weeks later, Stone visits Bailey's sister's home to deliver a gift Bailey had intended for his niece. The film concludes by depicting Stone's determination to embark on a new mission alongside Jack and Kia. Kia, now aligned with the Charter and bearing the codename the Joker, adds an intriguing dynamic to their collaborative endeavors, marking a new chapter for this trio. The moral of the story is do not mess with spies, they'll outsmart even the trickiest traps.